And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Washington Wizards.
And you know for that matchup with New York, it's going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start to the year.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Harden out there with Mitchell. And it's Tyson in at the small forward position. And for Toronto, the guard set is Quickly and Barrett. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. And it's Ingram in at the 3. Here on opening day. And what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. A 3 from Quickly. A rebound by Mitchell.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Tyson. Mobley against Pirtle. Here's Allen, just 5 on the clock. And Pirtle pulls it down. Barnes passes to Ingram. Quickly kicks to Barnes. Over Mitchell. And that one's good, Barnes.
Yeah, Scotty has confidence from that mid-range and does not need much space.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Darko Rajakovic had a few moments to share with me before. Well, he's worried about a number of issues, and front and center, James Harden. He said James will dissect you. It's hard to speed him up and hard to slow him down. He's their catalyst. But he thinks if they do a good job on Harden, they have a good shot at winning. Guys?
Thank you, David. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
RJ's movement right there did a great job of keeping the defense off balance, and he worked to create that opening.
Harden the pass to Mobley. Pass to Mitchell. And Barnes sends it back.
There's the length. Tough to get over Scotty Barnes.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. And he banks in the layup.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Pass to Pirtle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jared Allen.
And Pirtle's been such a consistent role player on the teams he's been on. A guy who takes high percentage shots, defends with some purpose, and plays really hard for his teammates.
The first free throw is good. For Jakob Pirtle, his parents paved the way for him to become a professional athlete. And I'd say, Brent, they did a good job.
Well, it's a good point, Kevin. They were doing some blocking of their own, just not basketballs like Jakob does. Both of his parents, members of the Austrian national volleyball teams, and building some roofs on some people trying to put down a few slams.
And after years of rumors around OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam, the Raptors dealt them both.
Well, I like what they got back, Kevin. At some point, you got to cut the cord, and they did that. They brought back the hometown hero in R.J. Barrett, along with a few picks, which gives them some flexibility. So it was a time for a new direction in Toronto, and trying to add to that exciting young core is priority one.
Dick's checked in for quickly. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Pass to Mitchell. This one for three. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season. And they take the lead.
Well, Ingram has certainly stepped into his own now, an all-star and a max player, and a centerpiece of that Anthony Davis trade, not getting as much pub as the younger stars his age.
Now, here's Hunter. Mobley sets the pick for Harden. When you think about James Harden, he's had such an effect on the game. Brett, they changed the rules because of him.
Well, it's interesting, Kevin, because you can think about it a couple of ways. There was a system change for James Harden to try the system, and then, as James has said himself, he became the system. So leaning into all of the analytics of basketball, you have to have somebody who can represent all of the things that system would require, and it came in the form of the beard for many years. And that kind of offensive output is something that is going to be, we'll be hard-pressed to see that again, Kevin.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, "I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level." Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Now, here's Barrett. No scoring in this one. The rebound by Harden. Some big news coming in from around the NBA. We welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's on the phone with the latest story. Shams?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The story right now is the Washington Wizards making some early season roster adjustments. Their fans are going to be excited with this deal because Trae Young has a flair for the dramatic. He makes impossible shots, highlight reel passes. His confidence never wavers. And I'm told he really believes he's going to be able to succeed moving forward. And that truly rubs off on his team.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. Here's Ingram. James Harden picking up that last basket. Ingram dishes to Barrett. Here's Dick. Covered by Mitchell. Hurdle with a screen on Mitchell. The shot. 2 on the clock. Mobley with the block.
Mobley is one of the best defenders in the NBA. When he's not blocking shots, he's altering them.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Both teams deciding to change it up. from 12 feet out. And Ingram the bucket on the assist by Pirtle. Ingram's got his second bucket.
Like to see that as Ingram hits a shot from the mid-range. It's going to open some things up.
Hunter against Barnes. Ingram with the steal. Here's Shed. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
Brandon Ingram at that size, able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
Pass to Mitchell. Three-pointer. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 6. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Mitchell's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Cavaliers on top. They're up by 5. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Larry Nance out there with Evan Mobley. Then it's Max Strus. Then there's Hunter. And it's Porter. And at the point, oh, that's blocked. Barrett against Porter. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Barrett.
I'm impressed with R.J. Barrett and his body control when he's around the basket like that. Good finish.
Now here's Mobley. Pass to Hunter. Porter kicks to Hunter. Cleveland moving the ball around. Mobley sets the pick for Strus. And it's off from three-point range. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And Toronto making a change here. Quickly's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Tyson's checked in. Barrett the pass to Dick. Over Hunter. Dick, that's good. Dick's got the lead up to 1 now for Toronto. Now Cleveland shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. After a flurry of trades last season, Toronto, Brent, seems to be committed to build around Scotty Barnes.
It does feel that way, Kevin, that Scotty is the cornerstone guy, but I don't know if they really feel like he is truly their number 1. They're recognizing his talent, but there's still a lot of work to be done to rebuild this Toronto Raptor roster.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Mobley, a screen on Barrett. Nance outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Nance has got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
Comfortable shooting off the pass that time, Larry Nance Jr. in a catch-and-shoot opportunity.
A 3 from Quickly. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Nance sets a screen for Hunter. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Toronto, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Barrett, no good.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Pass to Hunter. Here's Mobley. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
Throw good, Mobley. And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Barnes, who's checked in for the Raptors. Ingram comes in for R.J. Barrett. And both free throws good for Mobley.
And to me, Evan Mobley seems like a fast learner. He adapted to the league play pretty seamlessly and is always looking for little ways to improve.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. For the Cavaliers. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. Number 1, the Raptors.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
And the Raptors with the ball. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Nance with the rebound.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players.
At the line for one, Trace Jackson Davis.
And that one falls for Jackson Davis. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Harden the pass to Nance. Mitchell outside. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Raptors with the lead. You know, whether he's coming off the bench or Brent starting, Emmanuel quickly can score.
IQ is something else. I mean, he finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting in one season. He's capable of putting up 30 as a starter or as a reserve, but it's a unique perspective to sit on that bench, watch the flow of the game, and come in and be impactful. IQ does that.
Now, quickly, following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Ingram. And it's Tyson with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 3. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. And Barnes sends it back. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Nance in the post. Quickly covering. He gets it in there. Nance has got 5 points so far.
Used to getting pushed around a little bit, Larry Nance Jr. does a nice job of finding enough room to score.
Ingram outside. Drills the three-pointer. Ingram's got the lead up to 4 now for Toronto.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now, here's Mitchell. 7 points in the game. Jake with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Pass to Jackson Davis. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Just 5 to shoot. Barnes can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 4. To the middle and stolen by Barnes. Fast break Toronto.
DeAndre Hunter.
The Raptors shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. 5 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Mobley. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Raptors lead by 2. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors and our featured matchup, which has not disappointed.
The pace of this game is suiting them well, and it makes sense. After all, they're the ones setting it up.
Yeah, that's what you want. Establish the tempo while staying under control. They can run away with this literally.
And moving on here, how about the fantastic matchup at the power forward position in this one?
When you've got 2 great players going at it like this, buckle up. It's an adventure. I'm telling you, I think the second half, one will emerge as the top dog. Roof, roof.
Roof, roof.
2 big dogs at the top of the food chain going at it here.
Roof, roof, roof.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Evan Mobley has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Now, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And here are the Raptors now. The lead is 2. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. The guard set is Quickly and Barrett. And it's Ingram in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here's Mobley after R.J. Barrett's miss. Harden kicks to Allen. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here is Harden. Here's Tyson. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Ingram. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Tyson's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. Barnes outside. Pass to Barrett. Over Mitchell. And Barrett with the basket on the assist by Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists now in this one. 2024, Brent, was a momentous year for Scotty Barnes. His first All-Star appearance.
Well, Kevin, an amazing accomplishment for such a young player, but it feels like we're just scratching the surface. There's been so much exploratory with Scotty Barnes. What I'm interested in the maturation process is when Scotty makes winning the most important thing, where he's pushing his teammates and taking on responsibility. That's when he's going to cross over into superstar.
Now, Quickly. James Harden missing on the 3. Pirtle with a screen on Harden. A 3 from Quickly. They get it back. Here's Pirtle. The shot will not fall.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And it's Mitchell missing.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's a look at some stats for Pirtle. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 11 points a game last season. 8 rebounds and 2 assists. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
This is his specialty. He sits on the bench. He gauges what's happening offensively, and he comes in and sticks the opponent's top scorer to freeze him out.
And the first one at the line is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for the Cavaliers. Mitchell kicks to Mobley. Pass to Allen. Here's Tyson. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in.
I always wonder about those bigger guys, how much easier a read is like that, and Allen finds the open guy set up to shoot it.
Now here is Pirtle. Back to Barrett. Pirtle sets the pick for Barrett. R.J. Barrett has established himself as a guy who can play a lot of different roles. Brent, a very versatile player.
A versatile player, Kevin, for sure, and the scoring has been there, but I don't think that's what you rely on with R.J. Barrett. You want him to be a complementary player that plays in different positions on the floor to put the defense at a disadvantage. He's that skilled, and he has that ability to grow that way. Well, such a multi-tooled player. R.J. Barrett can get you points, can make plays for others, and he's a terrific rebounder for his size.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Tyson. Back to Harden for the lead. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Barrett with the ball. Now Barnes. Quickly the bounce pass. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
I mean, for Pirtle, the rim is right there. He just hops up to put it down.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Dick's checked in for the Raptors. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Cleveland. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Pirtle with a screen on Harden. Back to Pirtle. Mobley with the block. Pass to Hunter. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Allen. He's coming off an excellent season, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Dick with it, covered by Mitchell. Dick passes to Ingram. Sinks the triple. Ingram's got the lead up to 7 now for the Raptors.
They expect Brandon Ingram to give them a constant inside-outside threat. He's got to go ahead from three-point line whenever he wants it.
Now, here is Harden to the inside. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Barrett kicks to Barnes. Ingram outside. Pass to Barrett. Lets it go from deep. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
Faded away to create the space. Allen's got his first 2 points.
And defenses are trying to get Jared Allen to shoot that kind of shot. This time, it didn't work.
Harden against Barrett. Pass to Pirtle. Lays it up and banks it in. Pirtle's got 5 points now this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Harden against Barrett. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
James Harden has really made a science of working himself to the free throw line, and we see that here once again.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Harden hits them both.
There's so much talk about James Harden and how much he has just mastered the offensive end of the floor. But what do you work on in the offseason? I don't know if there's much other than to stay as sharp as James Harden has been throughout his career.
Now, here's Barrett. 8 points for him. 6 to shoot. Good D by Harden.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Nance passes to Strus. Over Dick. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Raptors. They lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Larry Nance out there with Hunter. Then it's Max Strus, then it's Harden, and it's Tyson in at the 2. Now, here's Strus. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle.
And the first one drops. And he can't hit the second.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Here's Barnes. Quickly looking it over. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on James Harden.
That's what Quickly wanted, to go inside and create some kind of contact.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
First free throw is good.
Now, really known as a microwave scorer, Quickly's fearlessness is what allows him to really get cooking.
And so he hits both.
When you get Quickly out there, and he's a bit of a rascal, right? Offensively, he can score inside, he scores outside. He just causes some problems out there.
Harden finds Hunter. And it's blocked.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Dick can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Pass to Tyson.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Cleveland. Tyson taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Raptors leading by 5 to the paint. Dick can't get it to go. Cleveland has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Now, here's Strus. Dick defending, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Raptors shooting 43% for the game. Dick passes to Barnes. A baseline J. And there's Dick. That's good on the assist by Barnes. Barnes has got 4 assists now tonight. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
You see yourself on the screen and you select your best move. Let's go. You must have left the dancing shoes at home. Bring those shoes.
The Raptors making a switch here. Hurdle's checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. They were asking the team to play faster, push the ball. Coach told their players, hey, look, in this league, fast break points are the easiest. We need more of them. Can't argue with that. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Nance. Here's Tyson. Harden outside. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
And this is what the offense is designed to produce. Slipping Harden into the corner for a 3. That's money.
Pass to Barnes. Over Nance. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Now, here is Harden, and he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter.
Just simply creating offense. That's what James Harden is. He is the system.
And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Ingram, he's checked in for Toronto. R.J. Barrett comes in for Dick. Evan Mobley's checked in for Cleveland. Mitchell comes in for Max Strus. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Harden the pass to Mobley. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. A 2-point game. Inside. Hurdle's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Back to Mobley.
And with size and a terrific skill set, Mobley gives defenders nightmares.
13 fouls. At the line for the Cavaliers, Evan Mobley. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And it's tied up with that one. Toronto, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Quickly against Harden. Here's Barrett. And that time, also a missed shot. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And then Mitchell hit the dunk.
And this is the time in the game when you want to go to your stars. Mitchell delivering.
Quickly kicks to Barnes. Pass to Barrett. Ingram outside. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Raptors lead by 1.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Quickly against Harden. Over quickly. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Big bucket. Harden proving once again he can be counted on.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. A minute 50 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Barrett. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 1.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Now, here's Mitchell. With some arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. For 3, Barrett. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 5 assists tonight.
R.J. Barrett wanting the ball and coming through. That was critical.
Mitchell against Barrett. Mitchell right side. Pass to Tyson. 4 on the clock. Allen with the screen for Harden. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Harden's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Here's Barrett. It drops.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Mobley. Mobley, a screen on Ingram. Back to Mobley. Yes!
Sets a great screen, and then Mobley gets perfect position there on the roll.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Up top, Barrett, covered by Mitchell. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for the Cavaliers. Mitchell with it, now guarded by Curtis.
And that's part of what Mitchell brings to the table. The willingness to operate on the perimeter or get in there and mix it up on the interior.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Guys, what are their best options now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now, here's Barrett. Hurdle with a screen on Mitchell. Down low. Yes!
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
They've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got one shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
For three, Mitchell. What a shot! amazing.
That one counts.
Real.
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
Man, I'm just blown away. Absolutely as clutch as you can get. People are going to be talking about that shot for a long time.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, James. You have seen every type of defense from opponents over the years. What do you enjoy about that back-and-forth challenge?
Just every single game I'm trying to figure out what they're doing and how can I be aggressive and attack it. I love playing a game of basketball. I love being crafty and just trying to compete at a high level every single night. It takes a lot, but I'm built for it, and I'm going to just continue to keep going.
Well, you won the chess match tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Evan Mobley.